Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Pretty Hands Mah Jongg readings. The birds would come out when I this reading will be for my fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Birds distract me for the upcoming week of May 27, 2019. So y'all been making some moves, some major moves. Whether or not y'all realized it or not, you felt like it, y'all have been making moves. Whether or not you saw the outward manifestation of, your efforts is irrelevant. Like the moves are being made. So be encouraged. Um, and quietly, right? That was your thing from last week. Like, keep doing what you're doing, but don't tell nobody. So what are the major things for my fire signs for the upcoming week of May 27, 2019, please? A little Reiki. A little bit of Reiki. Just a little bit of Reiki. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, those two came out at the same time. That's fine. So you got 7 circles, insect. Up 7, 7. 7 bamboo tortoise, and then 2 circles, pine. Talking about money. Okay, first of all, angel number 772. Look that up, fire sign, see if that resonates with you. Heavy emphasis on money, right? And maybe you are becoming impatient with a relationship, or a relationship that ties into your money, right? Like, am I gonna get this promotion or not? Like, is you is or is you ain't? First card, 7 circles, insect. So 7 is a mystical number, right? 7 has to do with the divine. You got 2 of them. They're sending you energy. They're sending you love, right? They know that you've been toiling. They know. Because look, you got the insect next to the tortoise, right? Both 7s. I've never seen that combination before. But I love this message. Because the insect toils. That's what they do. Sometimes it's productive, sometimes it's not, right? It's not for us to judge, but that's just how it goes. They toil. And then you got it next to the tortoise. Ah, I love that. Toiling tortoise, who also toil, just slowly, right? Slow and steady wins the race. They get wisdom, but they get impatient, right? So y'all are making a lot of moves, and y'all are starting to get impatient, right? You're trying to make your dreams, because you're trying to make this money happen. Some of you, it ain't even about your dreams. You're just trying to get this money, right? Doing what you got to do, and you becoming impatient, right? It's not happening fast enough. Right? Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Keep paying close attention to what you're doing. Haste makes waste. Don't just be out grabbing, clumps of dirt that will not serve you. That don't make sense. Because then you're really going to be mad. It's just going to set you back. Look at the pine card. So look at the end result of it. 2 circles pine. Right? Maybe some of you will have to take a pay cut. Maybe ending up with a little less money if you burn yourself out. Or if you don't play your cards right. Or if you don't go after your purpose the way that you're supposed to. Don't get too caught up in chasing money this week, fire signs, right? Because you could end up with less. Because think about it. I'm thinking of a situation where you burn out. Like, let's say you're taking all this overtime, right? You're trying to get this money, trying to save up, trying to do something big, trying to invest in your business. But then if you burn yourself out and you get sick, you manifest illness in the body, guess what? You miss work, you miss money. So then it's like you end up, behind the 8 ball, right? You end up in a worse situation than you started, or whatever, because you burnt yourself out. So try not to let that happen. Avoid burning yourself out. Stop, think, be strong, draw on your inner strength, right? Because you got it. It's there. Pine also represents a younger man. So some of y'all, again, could be impatient, doing all the work and hoping for something to change with a younger guy, and it's just not changing. And we'll see what that means, because I ain't even gonna go there. Whoop, there's a guardian. I kind of felt guardian energy, honestly, when I saw that insect with that tortoise. I'm like, yeah, probably gonna have a couple snafus this week, but nothing that you can't handle. Fire signs, roar, roar. Okay, so blank card, right? Woosah, just peace, just that. So you got the chrysanthemum, which is about maturity, contentment, happiness, right? What did I just tell you? Just be happy. Look, right underneath the tortoise. So you're impatient. You're wondering if this stuff is going to pan out, right? Because you've been grinding. You've been making moves. Be patient. Just be happy. Just be happy. The chrysanthemum blooms in the fall. So you getting impatient because it's spring and all the other flowers around you are blooming and blossoming, and they're beautiful and they're fragrant, and the bees and butterflies are coming and pollinating, and you mad, but you don't know that your flower is not meant to bloom in the spring, boo. This is meant to bloom in the fall. It's a fall flower, right? Yes, they exist. So it symbolizes maturity, contentment, being happy with what you got. Clarifying what? A mature woman, the peacock. She's wise. Look, she's acquired everything, but she did not get it overnight. She didn't get this stuff overnight. She's an older woman, right? Her extravagance and all of that. Don't be too coy. So she's looking away from the mirror, like as if she doesn't want to face herself, but not as if she doesn't want to face who she is, but like she is too shy, right, for her own good, right? Like, oh, I'd rather not. Don't defer things this week. Don't put off opportunities that are for you. If somebody's trying to give you something, they'll be like, oh, that's okay, you keep it. Or, oh, this opportunity, no, I'd rather it go to so-and-so. Don't do that this week. Don't do that, right? Be who you are. Accept your good. You deserve it, right? You deserve it. So the fact that we have these two together, you could have some issues with an older lady, obviously. A boss, a person who's an authority figure over you, mature lady, or a lady who thinks she's mature, or with being mature yourself, right? What did I tell you? Throwing tantrums because you're mad because stuff ain't moving as fast as you would like. Chill out. Yes, and the solution would just be to be happy, be content, be happy with what you got, right? So if there's an older lady who's really stressing you out, or too much attention coming and you don't know how to handle it, and don't deflect it, right? This is not the time for that. Just be happy, be chill out, be cool, accept it. That's what the card is saying. I ain't being trite. That's what it's saying. 3 wine earth, balance, stability, knowing who you are, being centered, right? We're moving out of the Taurus energy. And now we're in this 9 universal month, June. That's change, y'all. We're moving into change. We're moving into air sign, movement, communication, right? Travel. So make sure that you're able to stay grounded during this time. Stability. And the earth is right underneath the pine card, right? Keep your stability. Keep your wits about you, right? Don't do anything rash this week, fire signs. That's your message. Now let's clarify this tortoise. You got 9 bamboo willow, 5 bamboo lotus, and then 3 circles phoenix. That came out in the water signs for you too. So 9 bamboo willow, talking about healing, resilience. What did I say? I just told you to be strong. I told you that, right? Make sure you're firmly grounded, rooted. I just told you that. Let this stuff that's happening happen. This is 9. So here's the thing. These winds come and they force you to be to persevere, right? And to be persistent. But guess what? It's still a 9. It still means some stuff is going to end. Right, so it's the end of a cycle. The end of it. Some of you may be just downright exhausted. Look at this tree. Look at it. This tree is exhausted, right? But it still got its leaves. And it's still photosynthesizing. It's still reproducing. It's still producing food, right? It's still absorbing light. Don't forget that. Don't get too exhausted, right? You're almost there. 5 bamboo lotus. Be vulnerable. Reach for the sky. Lotuses are extravagant flowers. They are not cheap, but they come out the mud though. Once you buy them and you see how beautiful they are, right? Most people don't know their stories and how healing they are and how mystical they are, right? And how uplifting and soul cleansing they are, right? Yes, but they come out of the mud. So in order to get to where they are, they had to come out of the mud. They had to do their own cleansing, their own reawakening, right? Change. 5 is the number of change in your relationship. So again, rebirth. This is interesting that the 2 cards up here with circle suits, but down here, as we're talking about you're being patient, it's saying being patient with your circumstances, but reawakening within your relationships, right? Being open to change. You got the 9, which is about completion, and the 5, which is about radical change. And then you got a naked baby with it, you know, her hands outstretched, like ready for it. Accept change. 3 circles phoenix, rising from the ashes. Happiness, joy, splendor. This phoenix is catty-cornered to the peacock. Both of these represent splendor, right? The phoenix is not worried about anything. Phoenix is rich, but guess what? It had to burn first. The same message. The lotus, yeah, it's pretty and it's fragrant and this, but it had to come through the mud. It had to take some winding paths, right? The willow is there, right? It's still there. It's barely there, but it's there. Then you got the phoenix, which has risen from the ashes, right? And it's ultimately happy and abundant and joyful, and it only comes out when everything is okay, right? When the emperor is good, when your leader is good, when things are right, that's when the phoenix comes out. Everything is all right, y'all. I promise you it is. I promise you it is. Let's clarify this pine card. Yep, I just told you that. This is beautiful. Beautiful readings this week. Just the color schemes of the cards and everything. So 9, Wand, Heaven, completions. I told you that. I told you that with the Willow card. Some things have to end. 9, Universal Month. We wrapping stuff up, right? Karmic completions, perfection. Everything is on track, fire signs. I repeat, everything is on track. This is about perfection. The universe got your back. You are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Do not get discouraged. Keep grinding. Be strong. 6 circles, peach. Romance, love. What does she have? Abundance. I told you that. Getting it out the mud to be this lotus. Getting it out the mud to be this beautiful peacock and be abundant, right? Rising from the ashes. Phoenix is about abundance. I told you that. 6 circle, peach. You can literally see her abundance next to the jade, right? Money. 4 circles. Circle suit. Stability, though. Getting to who you are. Working hard. So yes, what you're doing is you toiling. I told you that. But it's to a beneficial end. Some of you, it might have romantic undertones. I mentioned that briefly above, right? It is possible for some of you. It's about your family. Number 6, right? But you have everything you need. Even if it's the inner strength, right? Even if, look at the Willow card. She has everything. She is extravagant. Young girl, right? Romance. There could be a baby. Some of y'all could have some situations going on. A baby mama drama, I don't know. Or a rivalry with a baby, or paternity suits, and I don't know. That could just be somebody's energy around. And like I said, last cards, 4 circles, jade, stability and money. Working to get to where you need to. I love this because this card doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to profit from your toiling. It just is toiling. Maybe it's to a beneficial end, maybe it ain't. But I love this because this clarifies what I already told you, what I intuited anyway. Yes, your toiling is for a purpose. Yes. Right? Jade, once it is formed and once it is cleaned and processed, it never rusts again. Right? More prized than gold in China. Right? Jade. I had a coworker named Jade when I lived in Asia. Right? Jade. That's what you are. Beautiful. Just be happy. Keep going and be happy. Like whistle while you work. That's what came to me. Oh my gosh, with the ants. Right? Just whistle while you work. Keep grinding. Don't stop. But just whistle while you do it. Be happy. And know that everything is working out exactly how it's supposed to, fire signs. You right on track. Okay, so let's do individual readings for Aries, please. Aries. I ain't gonna do y'all like that. I could. Okay, so you got 6 bamboo water. Angel number 6, look that up, Aries, see if that resonates with you. First of all, you got the blank card, which I'll leave in the deck. So I think for you, this is a completely blank slate, Aries. This is for you to just kind of chill, forge your own path, like I already taught you. Be willing to rise from the ashes and start over completely. Be willing to be the master of your own fate, right? So with the 6 bamboo water, it's about communication, but zigzag communication, right? So this is about you saying what needs to be said in a soft way, because water is also soft, right? Yes, it heals, and yes, it's about communication, but water is also soft. So for you, Aries, I feel like there's something that you need to say, and you may not know how to say it to somebody about a relationship, and that you're getting impatient with, right? Or you're grinding, you're doing all the work. It could be a business relationship, it could be anything. Just be soft. Don't forge ahead in typical Aries energy. I'm Aries moon, so I get it. But just go around it, softly. Eventually you'll get the point across, but don't just break it to him lightly. I'll say that, Aries. Break it to him lightly. That's all I got to say about that. Okay, next we're going to do Leo. Okay, Leo. So you got the center. Leo, look up angel number 33, see if that resonates with you. Oh my gosh, and exactly 333 when I said that. Y'all gotta look up that. Oh my gosh, about the ascended masters and creativity and joy and happiness. So I'm so happy for you, Leo. Okay, y'all on the money. Everything is exactly how it's supposed to be. I already told you that. If it's romance, right, everything is blooming, is blossoming. Look, at its own pace. So see, look over here. Remember I said you might be getting impatient, doing more than the other person? These are two different types of leaves. That's why these leaves are not blossoming as fast as these leaves, right? That's because they're smaller. So you want something big and showy. You want this person, you know, or this situation to really show you what you've done, the energy that you've put into it, the strength that you've embodied, the courage that it's taken to do that. But they're not going to do that because look, these leaves aren't meant to be that big. These are two different types of leaves on the same tree. So what you're working on, you are bringing together two different types of energies right now. That's why you have to be careful in how you communicate this week. That's why you have to be patient. That's why you have to continue toiling on your purpose and what you're working on in silence, or because you're dealing with two different situations here that you are bringing together, and it's to a positive and beneficial end. Definitely there's success. If this is love, there's success, but just realize that you have to do things in accordance to the other side of the tree, right? That's deep. Congratulations, Leo, because you got it. And last but not least, we're going to do Sagittarius. The sun is shifting 3, bamboo toad, angel number 3. Look that up too, Sagittarius. We're talking about healing in relationships. Let's see. Sagittarius, I think you need to take some time out for yourself to just create. I think grinding is kind of wearing you down. And I think you need to spend some time outside with the moon. I think you need to spend some time in water. I think you need to be positive, look up, connect with your intuition, look on the bright side, right? Listen to yourself. Kind of create, again, create in silence, but create in peace, right? This is not the daytime. So create in peace. Do things that calm you down. Because right now you're stressing. You're stressing. You're trying to take over. You're trying to bite off more than you can chew right now. Right? So yes, healing through creativity is what I'm getting through this. Yep, healing yourself through creativity. So late at night when you're not doing nothing, when you're not grinding toward, you know, your dreams or what you're trying to accomplish, make a bracelet, right? Paint a picture, do something, because that is healing your soul and that is re-energizing your soul so that you're able to go out into the world the following day and rally for your rights and your dreams. Bam, that's it. All right, fire signs, have a great week. Thanks for listening, y'all. Peace out.